Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. In the League of Explorers, one of the most beloved adventures in Hearthstone history, launched all the way back in November of 2015 and had the distinct, I don't know the word, the distinct privilege, the distinct honor of introducing the Discover mechanic to Hearthstone, allowing you to discover a beast, discover a new hero power, a bunch of cool options to completely revolutionize Hearthstone to the point where every single adventure, mini set, expansion ever since, well, the League of Explorers saw Discover be a thing. And well, with the recent release of Heroes of StarCraft, that actually isn't true anymore. It is the first time we haven't seen Discover, and I think is a big part, or at least a little part, of why this mini set has been such a success, not only just in terms of people playing, but like the actual reception to it. And I wanted to give our usual deep dive into the meta once a major content thing has happened, and take a look at how Heroes of StarCraft is shaping up a week after its launch, why it has really been a huge success, and why I do think, lack of Discover actually kind of helps things out. So we'll do that. If you want to enter our giveaway, by the way, we're giving away one Kerrigan worth like $60 US out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that over there, that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. If we manage to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the week, another 1,000 subs, I'm gonna add another $60 portrait to that giveaway. So hit that sub button and make me go broke. So yeah, this was pointed out on the Hearthstone subreddit by, oh yeah, an idiot, me. This is what I do. This is what I do. That yes, this is the first expansion, adventure, or mini set to feature 0 cards that Discover since the mechanic was introduced. It's kind of refreshing to see limited card generation for once. And I knew I would get this reply, but I did see that random card generation is present in the mini set. Only instead of discovering, you get a card in your hand. Examples, of course, being like the Mothership. You get like 4 cards in one if you can play Protoss Priest, which apparently only playable at events where you can win trophies and all that. Or the big one, the Brood Queen, which will be renamed later apparently, giving you that little like Shifter Xeris. That's pretty good value. Or like the Mage spell, right? But as I did note, as a connoisseur of random, Discover quite often allows you to create a card that creates another card. Having it limited to random has the side effect of creating less value from those cards as Discover. Not to say there's 0 generation, it's just to see it nice to see a more minimal approach to the mini set. And I just feel like it makes the games feel better when it's not constantly like someone clicking, I'll discover that, I'll discover that, I'll discover that. Not to say there's no Discover in the meta. Discover Hunter, Discover Zerg Hunter in particular, really good deck. What do they do? Discover a lot. So it's just been like refreshing, right? And I wanted to like set that up, which is kind of how this mini set feels. Just so refreshing. You look at the meta across all ranks, it's completely changed. Druid #1 now, mainly because Dungar Druid is stupid. One of the best decks out there, but the hero power Druid, which I'll try with a video out later today, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I slept like 20 hours, I think, instead of streaming on Monday, because yeah, it turns out traveling across like halfway across the world, it's tiring. You need to rest. So hopefully I'll get that out later today. But yeah, of course, Shaman and Deathlight also being up there. With Rainer, Zerg, Hunter Zerg, Warriors, like every class has pretty much something to do. The main one struggling, I think, is Rogue. And even Rogues, like they got Weapon Rogue. People are trying to figure out. I know there's some people that actually think Protoss Rogue is good. Like it's all over the place still. It's still like we haven't solved the meta in a week, which is pretty rare, especially considering a mini set, right? You take a look at the meta. HS replay numbers always funky at Legend. Got Grunter Hunter, which apparently is good. It's like you buff up your hand and then like punch your button for having a bunch of minions, right? And all that stuff. But Weapon Rogue, Dungar Druid, Elemental Mage, but Hero Power Druid, like I mentioned, has really popped up. Terran Shaman, Zerg Deathlight, Zerg Warlock. We'll have a video on the location Warlock eventually. It's really good. And again, how could we be so wrong? it happens, right? It happens actually a lot. That's the beauty of Hearthstone. You never know what's gonna happen. And yeah, you have a mix of new, a mix of old, and that's what you want. You don't want the new content to completely delete everything that existed before, because that's just brute power creep. And well, we have some of that in the set, obviously, but it's not really fun when they have to make stuff that's completely better than everything else to see any play. We saw that with with Great Dark Beyond. It just, nothing really saw play because the other stuff was so crazy. We had multiple huge balance patches to get where we are. If we didn't have, let's say, Ethereal Oracle, right? That wasn't nerfed before this mini set went live. I don't think we're seeing much diversity. I think we're seeing a lot of the old stuff. If we didn't have Shafar banned, good lord, what would it be looking like right now? Just Zerg Hunter? Because it was exhibiting like insane win rates, but they actually hit those things right away, and we're in a pretty good spot. You'll take a look at HS Guru. Again, a lot of diversity. This is at Legend. It's even better at Diamond through Legend, but you can see that Ham Buff Hunter, the stats correlate pretty well with HS Replay. Shafar Hunter's still in there because he's removed the archetype. You can see he's like got no play rate because you cannot play it anymore. But yeah, it's really cool to see. The slow decks kind of suck, which as a control player, you know, it kind of hurts, but whatever, it's something new. And if you want to play a more control-y style, Terran Warriors out there, or even like the whole like Terran Shaman, it's like infinite value with the snapshot, right? So there's a little bit of something for everybody. What I have noticed, not really OTK decks. Again, I think another reason why things are feeling pretty good. Almost none of the decks OTK, although Ham Buff Hunter, the top deck kind of does, but you know what I mean, right? Like there's a lot less of that. I'm fine with like some OTK. It's good to have a mix of everything, but when the majority of these decks fight for board outside of Dungar Druid and Weapon Rogue, Dungar Druid doesn't fight for it. It just takes it in one turn and wins. Weapon Rogue literally could care less, right? But for the most part, a lot of these decks fight for board, and it's just been super refreshing, and it has led to like a huge community sentiment from a lot of people. This might be the best mini set ever, which is what No Hands Gamer just said. So best mini set ever. Baby Bear, what do you all think? Is this the best mini set ever or what? And two of the most popular Hearthstone threads on the Hearthstone subreddit, this mini set is a great step in the right direction. We also have, thanks Blizzard, this is the most fun I've had since Saviors of Old Doom, which was a great set. And I'm not just saying that because that was the first time I hit rank 1 legend, which I'm not bringing up as a, like my Twitch command says, I hit rank 1 legend, subtle brag, but yeah, I feel like the game has been good. I haven't been able to play it nearly enough, so maybe that's biasing me because I barely have played because of like the event and traveling and all that. But what I played has been great. Day one, when I normally bitch up a storm, wait, that's just every day. Regardless, I had a great time, and every time I have had time to play, including Arena's been really fun. It's always unbalanced, but it's fun, and I just think it's been a really awesome mini set. And I can say a week later, again, if you haven't tried out Hearthstone in a while, you haven't played it, I recommend it. I've never seen a mini set probably since like what, the Showdown of the Badlands where Drew just broke the game and it sucked. But that was a huge impact of a mini set having this gigantic impact. But it's more fun this way, where it's like a bunch of classes, a bunch of different things. It's got the flavor of StarCraft. And what better sign of how refreshing a meta is, how much of a meta impact we have? We talk about the most popular cards all the time. The top cards, they're all different, right? We're used to it. It was like Ceaseless. It was, Zilliax, the usual suspects, right? The top most popular card, Starport, Jim Raynor, Liftoff. Then you have Ceaseless and Zilliax, but they're like 30% or lower. They dropped 20% in popularity from before this mini set to after. That's crazy, right? That's a good thing, in my opinion. And we're seeing way more diversity, a lot less just neutral spam. I know these are like quad class cards or tri class cards, but still, to me, that's a big improvement to go away from every deck, being this infinite or like neutral spam, the same neutral crap. And also on the subject of card generation, Fizzle, going infinite all the time. That might actually be an issue. And well, we'll probably talk about possible balance changes and all that in the near future. But for the time being, I gotta say, this has been one of the best content drops in Hearthstone in a really long time, and after what was arguably the worst year at Hearthstone, this is a very, very good way to start things off on the right page, right? It makes me a lot more hopeful for the future of the game, going into rotation and all of that, and love to hear what you guys have to say about this mini set. Are you in agreement? It's good? Or do you hate it? It sucks. Let me know why in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.